again, I'm going to start with some questions that came in from our website. And then any of you tuning in, if you have questions, feel free to raise your hand or type them in the chat. We're going to start with Mindy. This is a great opener. So Mindy says, what would be your top 3 to 5 treatments, supplements, and practices you did that you feel helped you heal in your journey?
Well, I would say it's the top 7 because of the 7 essential system. So I've created a patented process that basically walks you through every aspect of healing. So food, detox, balancing your hormones, your sleep, balancing your physical activity, healing the emotional wounds, addressing the dental issues. Then you look at all the different supplements and nutrients to improve your immune system and to kill the cancer cells. And then lastly, all kinds of testing outside of conventional medicine that can help you keep a pulse on your health. So that's kind of the big picture. When it comes to supplements specifically and nutrients, the first thing that we want to look at is your vitamin D levels. Most women that start off with us, their vitamin D levels are between 30 and 40. You want your vitamin D levels to be between 80 and 100 mgs per ml. Of course, vitamin C is very powerful, liposomal vitamin C, IV vitamin C. And then there's supplements like agaricus, which is a medicinal mushroom, curcumin, halen, which is a fermented soy product that is super concentrated and helps to balance those aggressive estrogens in your bloodstream. High dose pancreatic enzymes, products like poly-MDA, which is basically an alpha lipoic acid, very powerful mitochondrial support. Wormwood, another product called Oncobel Pro, which is basically taken from plants of the Amazon that were put together, and they have very powerful anti-cancer activity. And to really figure out the best supplements for your protocol and your journey, there's a test called the RGCC test or the grease test. And basically you send your blood to this lab in Greece, and they have 14 labs all over the world. And they will filter the blood and look at circulating tumor cells and breast cancer stem cells. They'll grow those cells, and then they will dose 50 different natural extracts to see which ones specifically affect your cancer cells. So it takes the guesswork out of what's going to work for me. And so we help you create that protocol. And every 90 days, we check your levels of circulating tumor cells to see if they're going up or down and adjust accordingly. So that's kind of the short version of that question.
Thank you. I know we'll get into some more specifics, and obviously, in your book, you go into much more detail on all 7 steps. If anyone has questions on any one of those steps during this session, please ask them. I want to go back to the RGCC test because, I know it's becoming more and more recommended from integrative oncologists today. Still not very well known by most people here in the US. And I see 2 sides to it. I've actually talked to multiple integrative MDs who are very much into, natural and holistic approaches for cancer. And some say they love it. They think it's very accurate and they swear by it. And others say they don't think it's as accurate. They've followed the protocols as it was recommended and didn't see the results and don't believe in it as much. What has been your experience with RGCC? Did you use it for yourself? Have you used it for clients that you work with? Can you talk a little bit more about it? Because I know on one end, the testing side of it can be very valuable because it can tell you if there's circulating tumor cells in your blood, right? That alone can be super valuable information. So that part is not really in contest or in question. What's more in question is the protocols that are, designated from the testing.
Being recommended. So let me kind of back up a little bit. I know there's controversy concerning that test. It's been my experience, and I personally used the test, and I've recommended it for the last 8 years. And at one point I was keeping statistics, and I haven't done it in several years, but at that time, 95% of the women who applied the protocol based on RGCC saw improvements. So for me, that was a pretty good number. And it was very effective, very accurate, based on my specific protocol, and it really helped me a lot. This facility, the main lab, is 55,000 square feet. It's not, obviously not FDA approved, but it's got all the certifications. And not only do they do research as far as natural extracts, but they also do research in the chemotherapy realm. So they look at the big picture. And I know doctors like Dr. Keneally and other doctors who've literally been to that facility to understand the science, understand how everything works. And no test is 100% perfect, so I have a lot of confidence in it, and I recommend it because it really helps to take the guesswork out of what's going to work for you. And of course, there's other ways to measure your progress, but that's just one way.